right, welcome back to the Sons of Montezuma Film Room. It's Matteosandiego, and once again, I'm joined with our resident head coach here, Coach C, Coach Carrasco. The Aztecs are, can you believe it? They're still unbeaten, man. They moved to 7-0 for the first time in 46 years. That was 1975, Claude Gilbert's third year as head coach. And it was the norm back in those days. They were a dominant team. This is a little new for us. You know, we've been having a lot of success throughout this past decade, but 7-0, here we go.
I was so excited to see how they performed on the road. Impressive indeed. And I tell you what, I've given this defense a nickname. They're just a bunch of predators, the Predator defense, just for several reasons. They know how to hunt and they know how to disguise things. And they're a fun squad to watch. And I just love what Coach Hoke is doing. They do have the character of a winner. They just know how to win the ugly games. They know how to win the tough games. And then the shootout games and all that, they always seem to just find a way. And it's pretty fun being in first place in a tough conference.
Well, this game was definitely billed as a tougher one. I know we talked about it last week, and the Aztecs were picked as an underdog. They're on the road against an Air Force team that was 6-1, that was basically leading the nation in rushing yards. We had at the time the number one defense against the rush, so it was definitely going to be a physical game, which it was. But very, very proud of the Aztecs defense. They showed up. They came to play.
The Aztec defense really imposed their will in this game. And a couple of clips that we're going to go over, just kind of giving them major kudos. They need to start being recognized nationally. This defense is special. And this offense of Air Force here, they love to frustrate defenses. They love to win the time of possession. They love to get your offense on the sideline getting cold, where they become spectators. And they probably felt the same thing. We talked about this last week of just there's not going to be a lot of possessions in this game. And so you got to take advantage of that. But then a few weeks ago, we also talked about the defense has a role sometimes that you got to create short fields for yourself. But how in the world are they going to stop this offense that they've had so much success with? But this was a different Air Force team now. They're 6-1. They're rolling. They just came off a big Boise State win. Not easy to do there in that blue turf. And now they're at home. And, we wanted to see who are the big dogs in this conference, who was going to go ahead and dictate, who was going to be able to claim the mountaintop, at least this point in the season here. And not only did the Predator defense, as I call them, guys that know how to hunt, know how to disguise, but they impose their will right from the very beginning. This is the second play of the game. It's the first quarter. It's barely 14. And immediately, San Diego State makes a statement immediately, which was just really awesome to see. What we're going to notice here, I want to point out, is not only how they control this line of scrimmage by reading hats. They see Flo taken out to the wide side of the field, and you see Aztecs jump into what we call fits. They get their leverages right, and they're doing it at 100 miles an hour. So here you're going to see the quarterback. Let me go ahead and put that on mute. You see the quarterback here making his audible call based on what the front looks like. And it's all about what this Air Force offense, can we out leverage you on the edges? Are we more leveraged on the inside, or can we out leverage you on the outside? And so he's made the decision that he wants to go ahead and run an option play off of this thing. And you're going to watch San Diego State immediately flow hard. You're seeing this offensive line immediately attack a gap. Here's the line of scrimmage, this blue line, and our interior defensive linemen have pushed that thing back 2 yards. Now, why is that important? Because it causes the running path of this quarterback, instead of him going down the line of scrimmage, where he's an immediate threat, it extends, it makes his run path much more wider. There's much more real estate he has to cover, and it really buys time for the flow. And the beautiful thing that as I was watching film on this game is you're seeing guys keep their leverage. You see the pitch man, he's the feather, he's the one responsible for feathering this thing. You got a linebacker flowing hard, attacking inside hip of this quarterback is his job. You got a D lineman winning the battle, beating the O lineman and coming and forcing action. But then there's something that's going to show up on the screen that you'll see is that you have a DB on the outside that is doing everything he can to win on the outside of that receiver's block. So every area that is possible to be a possible run lane is consumed by this great defense and all that. They take all options away. You get a quarterback that does a pitch at the last minute. They fumble the ball. And what you have to do to a team like an Air Force offense is that you got to put them in 3rd and longs because they're not a passing team at all.
Yeah.
You know, that is not their comfortable area that they like to be in. They want to be in 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s and all. And again, look at that flow. Look at the way they're going ahead and pursuit angles are incredible. They're establishing the line of scrimmage immediately, and they're forcing a mistake right from the very beginning. And the reason why this is so amazing, Air Force, every offensive team works on their first 10, 15 plays to open up a game. You know, and so you get more practice on those plays. And so you execute those usually better than any play that you do the rest of the game, just because you've rehearsed it more. You know, you want to open up the game strong. And immediately San Diego State has established, I don't care how much you rehearse this thing, you're not going to penetrate this wall. And then the very second play or the very first 3rd down of the game, it's 3rd and 9. And you heard me call them predators because they know how to hunt. They know how to get in pursuit angles. Well, they also know how to disguise things. Okay. Recognizing they're in a situation. This is not Air Force's offense. Are you kidding me? You got 3 guys out looking like they're going to have to run pass patterns. You got a guy in motion. You know, this is not Air Force, but you have put them in this situation. And then you're going to get a quarterback that's going to drop back. Well, you got a cornerback here that really disguises things really well. It's giving them this quarter halves look, but his play here, where he's just going to go ahead, sees a flat route running to his way, and he's playing this soft flat zone is what he's doing. And he comes up with just a play that establishes right from the very beginning, all right, that we are going to establish this. Right from the very beginning, Colorado Springs, we don't care. We are setting the tone from this very beginning of this football game. And there he goes. And look where this defense, this incredible defense, this 2021 Aztec defense. Aztec fans, you better remember this group. This is a special, special group. They put our offense at the 8-yard line in a big, big football game on the road. Big, big football game. Making their quarterback go off the line of scrimmage where he has to explain, making their quarterback coach do something that he's not used to doing, and that is how to read coverages. And this guy disguising, just like the Predator, showing one thing, disguising himself, hiding in the woods, and then coming down with just an unbelievable play. Unbelievable play here, stretching into action, looking like Spider-Man there, and just stretching that ball out. And there he goes. Incredible play. I forget his name. Remind me of what his name was there, Matt.
That was Dallas Branch, a junior cornerback who actually that play, coach, made the top 10 ESPN Sports Center that night. So yeah, that was a big one, man. Beautiful play.
Dallas Branch, just an amazing, amazing play. And that fired me up. As soon as I saw that, that just fired me up like crazy here.